Hey guys, this is Migs Bustos for ABS-CBN Sports at Game 3 na naman ng UAAP Finals between the UP Fighting Maroons and the Ateneo Blue Eagles, a deja vu of the final series noong season 84. Who will win the coveted UAAP title? We talked to some alumni and shared their thoughts on how Ateneo or UP will win Game 3. So Juan Gomez de Leaño in the house, and we're gonna talk about just his thoughts on how UP can win Game 3. So if you wanna give out some points, emphasize paano ba mananalo ang UP in Game 3, what would be the first one?
Siguro first one, I really believe they should focus on having a good start. And what I mean by this is really being aggressive from the jump. And in that way, they can really, control the game all throughout.
You saw that in Game 1. But what lacked in Game 2?
Ateneo really wanted it more. A lot of aspects into it, really. They should really take care of the ball and avoid careless turnovers, I'd say. They had a few turnovers. They should not force shots, really. They should really look for the best option.
I want to ask more on having a good start. When you were playing for UP, what do you guys usually do? When you say na, guys, let's have a good start. Ano ba yung usually yung tinututukan? Yeah.
I would say it's very crucial. You get to set the tone una pa lang. So maybe physicality-wise or just having the right mindset. But importante din, you have to finish strong. You can't just have a good start. No?
When it comes to turnovers and forced shots, medyo naging evident yon ng konti. Some would say in Game 2, if you saw the highlights, medyo may mga ISO, really didn't move the ball well. But do you think it's, mauulit ba to in Game 3?
Coach Goldwyn is very, he's a smart coach, tactic-wise. I feel like the coaching staff will make the necessary adjustments. I feel like they're really preparing hard for this. Syempre, they're trying to make history, go for back-to-back, and it's Game 3. It's gonna be a dogfight.
One, I want to ask you from your personal experience. You've battled against Ateneo many times under Coach Tab's system. Pag ito pinag-usapan nyo, guys, wag tayo mag-turnover. Guys, wag tayo mag-rush ng shots. What do you usually do to be able to execute that?
They should really just buy into the game plan. It's a Game 3 of the finals. Every possession counts, really. It matters, so they should just really stick to the game plan, whatever it is. Focus on ball movement, look for the best option. That's what I said.
So number 3 would be, you mentioned this to me earlier, Juan, knocking down free throws when it matters. How will this be done in such a crucial and pressure-packed game?
Yeah, bro. So I said that would be really crucial late in the game, especially if it's a close game. They should really knock down those free throws. Very important. You'd only realize it once the game is done, once the results are out. Knocking down free throws, I'd say, is all about concentration. And you just have to focus making the shot. That's why it's called a free throw,
What is it like from your experience now? You're there in the venue. You've played in the finals too.
I mean, comparing to like a regular season game or a playoff, finals, ibang-iba talaga. Like just the atmosphere, the crowd itself, they're very loud and noisy. I mean, it's just really a great atmosphere to play in, really.
How proud are you now that, Fighting Maroons, before your time, it hasn't reached the finals for how many decades? Right. And now they're going for back-to-back.
Really proud of the team's program itself. I feel like what Coach Poe started, and now they're bound to make history, is what I said. Go for, you said, back-to-back, something that's never done. 3 finals appearance in 4 years.
4 years, that's true.
That's a great accomplishment for the UP community, and I feel like everyone should be really proud of.
Now, Juan, I'm going to ask your reaction about Xavier Docero's ACL injury. What are your quick reactions to that?
That's tough, really, for a fellow UP Fighting Maroon. It's sad to see, but those stuff really happens unexpectedly. Really can't avoid it. Non-contact injury been happening a lot recently, but I mean, it's sad, really. I just really pray for his surgery and hope he looks things in a positive way, no matter how hard it's gonna be. Really, it's gonna be tough mentally.
This may be a common situation. May mga na-injure, finals games, yung mga nasa-sided, and for sure may mga magsi-step up. Tingin mo, Juan, sino ang magsi-step up? Anong posisyon? Sino ba to? Sa UP.
Actually, bro, you know what? I feel like everyone will step up knowing that what happened to Xavier, we said no. Of course, both teams are hungry, but I feel like the UP boys are more than motivated to win it all, and I know they know what it takes to win. But I feel like Carl will definitely step up. His size, get you a bucket. He's very helpful in a defensive end. Harold, his defense, lockdown defense.
Alarcon.
Alarcon. And Badiano also his defense. Terrence Vertea, shot-making ability. From what I saw from Game 2, I feel like James and Malik I feel like they're the two guys who are more than hungry to bounce back. They didn't perform well game 2, and I feel like they're gonna do their best. They just need more touches, so especially Malik. They're all gonna step up 100%.
Lastly, one, from your basketball mind, how do you think Game 3 is gonna be like?
Game 3, I mean, it's gonna be a dogfight. Ateneo would wanna get their revenge. They're known to be champions all these years, but UP also, so you wanna make history by going back to back. It's gonna be a good battle, I'd say. Very intense from the jump. Great atmosphere. It's gonna be a fun ball game, not gonna lie.
It's gonna be fun. It may go to overtime again. Just
I
like
feel
in
like it
84. Ganun siya
But
ka-tight.
I hope wala nang game winner.
Pwede game winner sa UP. O pwede.
Okay, of course, sa UP. Pero sana manalo UP by
Deciding
good margin,
factor.
no?
Good margin.
Oo, para relax na lang, para, Pero syempre, masaya din pag intense yung game, di ba?
Correct. Straight from Lithuania, Juan Gomez Iliano, thank you so much for your time here on ABS-CBN Sports.
Thank you, Mix.
Ngayon kasama natin sa ABS-CBN Sports, 1 out of 3 to only win a 5-peat championship. Together with Nico Salva and Justin Chua, we have Tonino Gonzaga. He knows what it takes to not just win 1, but win 5 championships. Una muna tatanungin natin kay Tonino. Tonino, ano ang reaction mo? Paano ba nanalo ang Ateneo sa Game 2?
Well, marami silang naging adjustment, pero I think the biggest thing was the energy was there for them nung Game 2. Nung Game 1, UP brought that energy and they were hustling on the defensive end, got all the loose balls. Nung Game 2 naman, Ateneo flipped the script and everyone was getting all the loose balls, offensive rebounds, the crucial stops on fast breaks. So I think that's how they won Game 2. They just wanted it more.
So in a way for you, Tonino, medyo from an objective basketball mind, medyo nag-cancel out lang kasi kontrolado ng UP yung Game 1. Kontrolado ng Ateneo yung Game 2. So in a way, kind of similar, the theme?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the two coaches known each other well enough to have Game 3 more up to the players in a sense na whoever wants the game more sa Game 3 sa mga players who's more motivated. I'm sure the coaches still have some things up their sleeve, pero pag Game 3 talaga, pag kung sino may mas gusto talaga, yun talaga yung mananalo eh. From the start, maging evident naman yan.
Yun na nga eh. Proverbial yun eh. Kapag dating sa mga last games, throw out the stats! Throw it out the window! Who really wants it more? But if we're going to keep the stats a bit, and when you talk about Game 3, how are you going to win Game 3? We can go a little bit of technical. If it's rebounding, if it's bench points, or anything that you may think of, how can Ateneo win Game 3 in terms of those departments?
First of all, I think Portsky and Dave should still be aggressive as well as BJ. I know Dave didn't shoot well no Game 2, but his aggressiveness created a lot of opportunities to rebound for Ange and Kai Balungay. He also created some shots for the big men like Gio Chu. Him being aggressive will be crucial, and I'm sure when percentages cancel out, mas makakashoot siya nung Game 3. Second, Ange has to rebound the way he did no Game 2, and I'm sure he will. Kai also has to rebound the way he did nung Game 2. And what's been crucial for Ateneo was if their bench is working, like si Gomez had a lot of assists. I think nung Game 2, I think he had 4 assists, which led to easy baskets. Tapos, I think the energy throughout. Kitevis, I think even though he didn't score, he provided a lot of hustle plays. And I think that bringing energy is contagious in any game. It was evident nung Game 2.
So, to round up the top 3 things for Tonino, Padrigao, Ildefonso, Andrade, at least for them, they should be aggressive. Ange and Kai Balungay have to rebound the way they did, and the energy should be contagious. So, yun po ang top 3 points ni Tonino Gonzaga for Ateneo to win Game 3. It's similar. I asked you this, Tonino, before we went to a recording. Although last season, ganun din, 1-1, and then the kagulangan shot, it just went down to the final shot. In a way, it will go down to the final game. But I want to ask you from your experience, Tonino, sa 5-pit ninyo, yung pinaka dumikit na talaga dito sa ganitong sitwasyon was the one in the UE series. Can you backtrack through that? What was that series like and how tough was it?
Honestly, coming off our first championship, we were confident because we saw how the teams played during the elimination rounds. But I remember UE came to play in Game 2. They had some plays that we didn't see the whole season. They brought the energy, which is always what's needed in big games like that. So coming into Game 3, we really had to regroup. Not having lost that much that season, we had to dig deep and remember the work we did off-season, all the preparation and the basics which got us to where we were at that point. It was humbling for us, and I'm sure after the big win in Game 1, it was also humbling for UP. But now all bets are off, I think, coming into Game 3. In games like that, do-or-die games, you can see in the eyes of the players who wants it more, and they're just gonna have to decide for themselves if they want to win, whichever side wins.
Of course, when we talk about this, we talk to former players like you. We talk to Noah, Nico Elordo, Kiefer, and Woody also. But for you, Tonino, especially for Ateneo, lastly, I know that you're rooting for them, but how do you think is it gonna go? Paano yung magiging tema ng Game 3?
I haven't actually been this excited for a Game 3 in a while. Well, last year it went to Game 3, but it's kind of become a rivalry already because naulit-ulit ngayon. And kaming mga Atenista, gusto namin makabawi sa UP, syempre. I feel like there's a lot at stake because we're the underdogs, and I think we can pull this off. Just being honest, after Game 1, I thought we lacked energy and desire, but I was proved wrong nung Game 2. Another thing is, I hope Lucero is okay. I wish him the best, but that's a huge factor for me also coming into Game 3 because even if he doesn't score a lot of points, he's a rim protector. He can finish on the fast break, he can shoot outside, he grabs all the loose balls and offensive rebounds. That's gonna be a huge factor, and UP's gonna have to step up. The big men of UP like Galinato are gonna have to step up. Malik has to stay out of foul trouble siguro. If they just adjust like that, I think it won't be as lopsided as Game 2 or Game 1. I think it's gonna come down to a last shot again. But hopefully by someone in the blue side naman.
Alright, maraming salamat. 5-peat champion, Tonino Gonzaga.
Thank you, Nate.
So, sino tingin nyo kapamilya? UP or Ateneo? Comment your answers below. Once again, this is Mix Bustos, and take that for Dab.